Hey everybody, it's Lewis Porter Jr. Normally I'd be walking, and that sound you're probably hearing is the reason why. See? It's raining. It was raining much worse about 5 minutes ago, but it's still kind of drizzling. So I'm probably going to shoot my video sitting on my front porch to work, or my front stoop if you're from New York. And I don't want to bang anyone in the back, so I'm doing that. So I'll stand over here. So it's kind of nice. So today, we're going to talk about making more money in the industry. I think it's important to know how to make money, because as much as stuff I tell you that's all educational and fun and the stuff that's just interesting, this does actually have a mental focus, at least on my part, to help generate extra funds. Because for me, it's all about, oh, did it finish? The rain finished? Yeah! Alright, well now it's finished. Alright. If it starts raining again, I'm going to run for some cover, but, you know, I get to do my walk. Got to get my walk in. So, making money. This is an industry where making money can be a difficult and sometimes, you know, I'd say hard thing to do, but it's actually quite interesting. We can monetize ourselves in lots of different ways. Let's just go with some basics, and then we're going to ask some other questions and probably get some more questions from people out who are watching and get some more opinions. All right. First and foremost, if you're a new publisher and you want to start, PDFs, of course, are the best, safest way for you to make money. It's very, very simple. It's very, very easy, and I guess you can call it even the standard today. Because I mean, when I first started back in 2000. We're not even before LPJ Now, Drive-Thru, anybody was selling PDFs. I mean, only a couple people were doing PDFs. The ones I can really think of was Champions, Hero Games. They did, which I thought was excellent at the time, they did actual PDFs, and this is like really early on. They did PDFs on floppy disk. I said floppy disk, that tells you how early it was. So you can get the entire book as a PDF on a floppy disk. And it was like, woo, this is pretty amazing. And then it went to CDs, and that became like kind of the standard. And I saw more and more people doing that kind of thing. And, you know, that's it. And this is what we're talking 1999, 1998. So in 2000, when I kind of officially started, I was selling direct from my website. And it was like, I got a couple sales. I mean, when I use a couple, I mean literally like 2 or 3. And it was one of those, initially I was like, oh, I hope this thing picks up, because I would really like to start selling more. Because at first, you know, no one thought it was even possible, because at that point you still had to go into stores, sell in the stores, and do that kind of thing. And then, you know, 2000, LPJ Now came out, started doing their first thing. Jim Mathy. Is it Mathy? Is it? It's M-A-T-H-E. Mathy? I'm assuming it's Mathy. First developed it and ran it. And I remember when I first got on, you know, I always make the joke. The first month I was on there, I made $50. And that was huge. I mean, I was like, wow, $50. And I mean, I didn't expect to make even that much. So it just became a really amazing thing. And that was like the first step. And now so many people who are doing publishing, getting into it, are using the same kind of thing. They're doing what I can call micro content. Basically, I'd say 4 pages, you know, 3 to 4 pages of content. You put it together, you put it online, boom, you sell it. And you put it at a relatively reasonable price. I've seen a lot more people. I've seen people do 99 cents and that kind of thing. I think the one that's actually kind of working, that even I'm testing out right now again, is pay what you want. I think the pay what you want structure is kind of built with the concept of this thing will probably lose money. It will probably lose money in the short term. In the long term, you'll probably make a financial killing, because it's a great way to draw new customers to you. There's no true barrier of resistance. And if the product, and say if the person gives you a 0, they take the product for free, they can always come back, re-download it, and give you some money. That's kind of the thing what you want to do. You're trying to trying to get them to say, hey, I like you, I like what you guys have done, I think it's pretty impressive. But also what I really want to do is support you in the future, because the future part is where the real money starts to come in. And you know, what is a customer worth over the lifetime of your company? You know, I don't know. I know for my customers, it gets done very well. I mean, I've had people who've been fans of mine since the beginning, and they've been buying, you know, most of my stuff. So I figure they spent hundreds of dollars on my products. Now, this goes back to, I guess, the 1,000 True Fans argument. If you've ever seen it, go online, type in 1,000 True Fans. I'll probably see if I link it in the bottom. Well, in the bottom of the YouTube, so you can actually look at it. It's just a lot of interesting ideas of, with the 1,000 True Fans, how you can support yourself and that. And I think that's important. I think putting up micro content is also very important. Put the market with material and leave. Ben, that's true. There is a lot of that, but Ben, sorry, since you all can't see it and I can, Ben said, pay what you want, floods the market with material, and leaves you in a really signal-to-noise ratio disadvantage. It does. But also, as a new publisher, I think it's kind of mandatory. As an older guy, you don't have to use it, but it's very helpful to if you're doing a whole new product line. If you're doing a new product line and you want to get people, and say something you don't want me to do. Say you're going from fantasy, from fantasy to sci-fi. There's some crossover, but there will be some people who have never heard from you before, don't know you. You kind of have to do that. I think that would be necessary. Artists sell stock art. Well, yeah, artists selling stock art is mandatory. If you're an artist and you're doing artwork and you're not selling stock art, you're fooling yourself. You know, you've got artwork that you've done that's been laying around for years that you're doing nothing with. You know, turn that into money. And the best part is, you still own the rights. You still own the rights to everything. You're just selling it. You don't even sell it that much. We sell, our artwork comes in packets about 4 to 5 pieces, and we're talking about $2 a piece. $1.50, $2 a piece is what I averagely do. Sometimes you do color covers, like the big stuff. Storm Cook, who works with us, has done very large covers. That stuff sells for $25. Anybody will tell you, a real cover for a real book will run you, depending who it is, anywhere between $400, $500, $600, and the upper echelons. One particular artist, I won't mention his name, but you can kind of figure out. I know he quoted me a price of $3,000, and I was like, "Whoo, that's a lot of money," but that's what it was. So there you go. Let me see what else here. What about bundled sets? Okay, I do like bundles. I like bundles best when it's several different companies. I think if you're a small company and you don't really have a big fan base, you find another company that has a similar type of product, and you see this a lot. This happened in the early days of PDFO. I think a lot more than it does now. There are a couple guys, like 4 different companies, that bundled together like 2 each from the product. So it's like 8 to 10 products of theirs from 4 different companies, and it was all about modern stuff for D20 Modern. And I think people went crazy over that kind of stuff. And you give them a good rate. Look, say if you're going to give away 10 products, you make it $15. Yeah, you don't make a lot of money, but you get an opportunity to get your stuff in front of people that may not have ever heard of you, and that's worth its weight in gold right there. All right, Ben says, 1,000 True Fans take time. Yes, it does. They take reviews and game conventions, presents. And, you know, it's much smaller fraction necessary. It's stable. Yeah. So it becomes that. You know, I'll say this much. I haven't been to a convention as a publisher in years. Well, yeah, years. Actually before Carla passed away. But I've always had a pretty strong presence online. I think developing the presence online is actually better for you than doing con. Because let's be honest, you go to a con, you pay for a table, you sit there, you got product there, you got to sell it, you got to hustle. You may not sell anything, and you're still out the cost. And if you're a small guy, I don't think it's economically sound. Because I don't think when you're a small guy, you should ever try to lose money. I'm of the Warren Buffett mindset. Don't lose money. Don't lose money. It's not good to lose money. You know, if you're crafty and smart, or even if you're not that crafty or not that smart, still some good ideas. You know, the reason I do Transparency Agenda, I give the information out. It's good to have it. We get to talk about it, plus it helps everybody talk about what's going on. But I really do it so people can see my face, see that I'm doing stuff, they know what I look like, and it's a way for them to interact with me, basically almost live. I mean, that's one reason we do it. You know, and I can record this stuff, and it's tons of content. I mean, you just think about it. You know, I've got well over 100 different videos on Transparency Agenda from all different stuff, from all different times. The Daily Show also is another one of just content. So you basically get people set to seeing at a certain time, seeing certain videos, seeing certain things, and it basically builds a fan base. I think anybody could do the exact same thing. Yeah, Ben, I do agree. It is actually, to play a game, as Ben wrote, geez, I got to keep doing this. I find games to be more valuable than booth early on, and that's true. A booth is really kind of when you're established, and when you're like starting out, just, you know, go small. find someone you can, be in the booth with, or find a service like, I was gonna say PSI, but they're really probably too big for small guys. Studios of Publishing, they do a lot for stores to get stuff in. They'll host your product there. They'll sell your product too, and you get a percentage. So start out really small and then move from there. That's kind of the better thing. When you say don't lose money, calculate risk. Okay, how do you avoid? Okay, the best way to avoid risk is to be honest about first be honest about your sales. Okay, I say don't lose money. Of course you're going to lose money at the beginning, but you shouldn't be losing money in year 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. At that point, you should be pulling a profit. If you're not pulling a profit, you're doing something wrong. And there's ways to mitigate your risk. Number one, Kickstarter has mitigated a lot of people's risk. They've gone out and you've built a fan base. That's a long-term strategy. I mean, you see guys do it all the time. New guys who've never made a product before who will come out and be like, hey, I want $10,000 for my new product. And you're like, you don't know. The artwork's not that good. You never put the other product in your life before. Why in the world would I give you money to do that? So to me, that's just a silly risk. That being said, if you gave away some products, people could at least see up front, okay, oh, that's what he's doing, da-da-da. And then you spend the next 6 months promoting your Kickstarter you're going to do, because you got your free product. So free product, people are going to download it, take it, whatever. At that point, that's a marketing loss. I won't even consider that to be like a losing money proposition. You're paying for advertising. You made this cool product that people like. Great example. The Machine Smith is available online at D20 PFSRD, free. The entire thing that's available online that you can buy for, I think it's $275, $375. It's like, that couple bucks. But you don't have to do that. You can go online and get the entire thing for free. And there's nothing that prevents me from anybody, going in to get it for free. That actually helps me get sales. People read that book, they see the quality of the work, they're like, this is pretty good. I wonder if they have any more stuff that's just as good as this. So you kind of do it as a loss leader. In that sense, I think you do the best work possible with the potential to sell later on the line. But try not to lose money. I mean, so there's some guys, who was it? Lee Hammock said to me, this is the only profession where you start out with, tens of thousands of dollars and you leave with hundreds of dollars. And it's kind of that backwards mentality that we go. Kenneth says, I won't go near an RPG Kickstarter without a complete full manuscript. Yes. I'm not going to lie to you, Ben. That is, I think a lot of people have gone that route now. I know when we started our last one for Crisis, we were very, very long in the process. And literally, we were done. We're done right now. I have to rephrase that. We're done with the first round of editing and the first round of layout. Need to send everything off to editing, but the artwork is basically coming in. We're waiting for like 4 more maps, and then we're going to send it off to editing to get to that point. But we said we wouldn't have this stuff released till next year, and realistically, we're going to be putting this stuff out, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, by August. That's going to be what, 9 months, 8 months ahead of schedule, or maybe even 6 months. But I know it's heavily ahead of schedule, so that's the plan. New Exodus, the flip side. We are now doing the final rounds of editing, and when I thought I was going to release it at the beginning of the year, it's now June. We're still finishing it up. The layout's done. Now we're going to the last little bits of editing, going through making it look pretty. But once it's done, which should be soon, please, Lord, let it be soon, it's ready to go. I think Kickstarter has made some great strides for smaller companies. Let's be honest. Monty Cook has proven that, and damn near 7 Seas really proved that. Once again, I can't understand how you raise $1.3 million on a game that many people didn't play and stuff, but it's kind of crazy. Do I have in-house editing guys? No, I outsource everything. The only thing I do in-house nowadays is layout. Layout and art direction is done by me. But the writing and the editing is done actually out of house. I have one editor who works with me. And I have about 3 or 4 guys that are like really my prime guys to go to. Jeff Lee, everybody knows. Jeff Lee has done a ton of work for me. I think Michael McCarthy is starting to do more and more work. Mike is funny because I kind of split guys into projects of what they do over what. I think Jeff is very good at mechanics and cool ideas. When I tell him a crazy idea, he's like, I'm going to twist this to hell. And it's awesome. And it becomes even better. I mean, Cyrix is our Ultron-inspired inspiration, but I think the piece he gave us was even better than I ever imagined. So I think he's very, very good at taking my crazy ideas and do crazier stuff with them. So that was very cool. I think that just worked out well for us. Michael McCarthy came to us, I came to him to write adventures, but I wanted to start doing more adventures. And we did Chronicles of the Gatekeepers, and that did really well. I'm still surprised how well that did and how well that came across. So when I wanted to do Crisis, I went back to him and said, hey, this is what I wanted to do. He read the idea and he goes, oh my God, I can work with this. And he did Crisis, and I think he did an awesome job on that. So it's very much of getting people inspired on doing stuff. It's weird because there's all kinds of different type of freelancers. Owen Casey Stevens is a well-known freelancer, but Owens is really good at mechanics. I think Owen understands game mechanics. Well, definitely for D20, he's probably in the top 3% of people who understand how to use the mechanic really well and twist in ways you wouldn't even imagine. Clinton Boomer, another one, has a great understanding of the rules, and on top of that, really twist them in ways that you didn't expect. Clinton and Owen are, once again, they're the top echelon guys. We're talking the best of the best, probably the most creative minds I can think of. And both of them, Owen and Clinton, and I tell them this repeatedly, they give away so much free content. If you're not reading their blogs or a friend of them on Facebook, you're really just wasting your time. Because if you're going to be serious about this industry, those are two you just have to look at. Oh, God, I'm so mad about this. Clinton, every time Clinton puts out something amazing, and I go, damn it, man, why didn't I think of that? And I've cursed Clinton out many a time about how good he is. And Clinton's worked for me. I knew we were doing a series. Actually, he'd been doing a series of feats for a while. And I went to him and I said, hey, would you be interested in doing some feats for Obsidian Apocalypse? And we kind of worked up a great deal, and it made a lot of sense. And it actually really was a lot cooler than I thought it was. And we pitched it to him. He loved it. We went with it. And basically we collected the feats, and it became a book. It's actually one that Jeff Lee also worked on. And I think Clinton just brought some feats that were just perfect for the setting. Some of the ideas he came up really came across perfectly for the setting we were looking to do. So, yeah, man, I can't say enough nice things about his skill and ability. And Owen, definitely, you want to crunch some numbers? Owen just knows the stuff. You can't even be like, well, I think it means this. No, I think you're wrong because of this. Owen knows his stuff. I think when you get to a certain level of freelancers, you're going to pay more, but what you're paying for is not even just their writing ability, it's their expertise. Because, look, Owen could probably quit his job and write games freelance for the rest of his life if he wanted to. If he wanted to do the other part with it, which is hustling down dollars, chasing down editors, going back and forth. Owen in a setting like Paizo is perfect. I think that's like a perfect match for him. I think it's a good long-term match for him. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with Starfinder. Eventually one day there'll be a modern game. So, I think that kind of skill and ability is teachable. But there's some guys who just are lucky enough to have, I'm not going to say innate ability, but they work hard on it. They work on it every day. It's like a muscle. You work very hard on it every day, you're going to get what you get. And he does that, and so does Clinton. Alexander, and I can never pronounce his last name, Augustus, you know what I'm saying, who does Known Direction, another one. He works every day on his stuff. He gives away tons of free stuff because you tons of stuff to look at. And it's like this. Look, that kind of stuff is a great way to generate money for you by increasing your popularity, and you're going to get seen. There are a lot of people in the industry who read a lot of stuff, and they're going to see that kind of stuff. Agunas. Okay, Alexander Agunas. Well, thank you, Jacob. He writes a lot of stuff, and like I said, he's been seen by a lot of people. I think he's been seen by a lot of people, and that's why I got a lot of gigs for him. See, the internet should be not just a place where you sell, but also a place you promote. See the videos? I'm promoting myself. I'm getting myself out there. People see it. They come look. I said, remember, it's not magic tricks we're doing here. It's just, simple stuff. Starting to rain, so I'm going to head back. But this will also help you with sales. If you get okay, here's something that I haven't seen people do yet. Some people, well, that's not true. Some people started doing it, but not enough. You go on RPG now. They have an option, but they have an option where you can. Thanks for flashing water on me. Thumbs up, bitches. They have an option where you can put videos up on the site that you're selling product. Why would you not do that? I mean, why wouldn't you? Put a video up of you talking about the game. It's a good deal. I'm almost there. Now I see why the person splashed me some water. What? Don't go to the wrong door. Out of the rain. So yeah.
Today?
Yeah, hold on, I'm doing my video.
So,
IT. I'm staying outside for a bit. So, yeah, I think. See, now it's raining again, Florida. So I just think it's a great way to help generate money. I think we got to be creative. You know, if you release a product, maybe you should be doing a video on it for RPG Now. You do a video like this, takes 10 seconds, you shoot it quick, you tell people about the product, maybe you have it printed out, you show them pages, boom. That's another way to draw interest. You know, if you guys want to see a pay, actually, it's a show I watch, now I'm watching regularly because I love it. The Philip DeFranco show. Philip DeFranco does a daily show on his YouTube site. He's got over 1 million people watching it. I'm one of them. And I think it's amazing. I think he understands promotion better than most people ever will. So check it out. I'll see if I put a link at the bottom on the YouTube side. But, you know, lots of good ideas. Lots of good stuff. All right, it's raining. It's wet. My glasses are all wet, as you can see. I'm out of here. Talk to y'all later.